This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Welcome everybody to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com as we get set for the Holbrook Roadrunners to take on the Snowflake Lobos as the team on Route 66 travels down 77 to take on the Snowflake Lobos. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com. As we get set for our Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report. Summit Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. And I am Aaron Hewish. I'm joined by Sam Flake. We got Daniel, Jeff, Nathan on the cameras, as well as Mel in the truck. And Sam, as far as we know, both teams healthy and ready to go. The Snowflake Lobos have Asher Brewer back for a little over a week now, and they're ready to play, so both teams at full speed for this classic 3A East matchup.
This is going to be an exciting game. These are two great teams up here on the mountain, and I'm really excited to watch them.
Kind of a two storied programs, and I hear the stories living in Snowflake but not being from here is that this was a rivalry back in the 80s. And, between football and basketball and even baseball and softball, there's some just good. So the crowd's pretty good tonight. The student section's filling up as we understand it's a blue out for the Snowflake Lobos student section tonight. As we're going to segue from our injury report, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center has everything to get your athlete back in the game. To our Ace Hardware keys to the game. Ace Hardware has a 24/7 locksmith. The next time you're locked out of your car or just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night, any day of the week, call Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Overguard, Sholo. So, Sam, my first key to the game is if you're the Roadrunners, you've got to play off yourselves and not off this crowd. Because that student section in Snowflake, they put them behind that visitor's basket in the second half, and it gets a bit obnoxious.
Yeah, that'd be really intense to be the opposing team against them.
So as far as that goes, other than we got to play defense, we got to rebound, we got to do all that, what are some keys to the game in your mind?
Well, we've got to control the ball. Turnovers are definitely going to be a key to this game.
I think that's a key to the game, and I think fundamental basketball is the key to the game. As Coach Delmar Johnson and his Holbrook Roadrunners are set to take on Coach Joe Clare and the Snowflake Lobos here from the Den at Snowflake High School. We're going to go ahead and take a break and back off from our pregame show. Come back and bring this action to you live. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com as we turn it over to the public address announcer for the evening. And we're going to get the lineup for the Holbrook Roadrunners as number 11, Manny Rico. I believe that's Salabi. How do you say that one, Sam? Salabi?
Salabi, yep.
Salabi. Bia. I believe
32
is Vicente, and then Tapaha is going to come in that ball game, and he is not necessarily the heart and soul of this Holbrook team, but he plays extremely well in that middle role. We've watched him a couple times this year. As now we get ready for the Snowflake Lobos. The Lobos are going to have, I believe it's going to be Claire, I believe Irvin, Brewer, Kaur, and I'm not sure who the fifth one is for the Lobos. As the Lobos come in with, I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seniors on the squad. Holbrook sporting a very seasoned squad as well. And there's Asher Brewer, and Asher Brewer is definitely going to be one of the keys to the game. And Sam, I look forward to seeing Brewer match up with Tapaha, and how they're going to feed off each other, and that's going to be a battle we need to watch. And whoever has the upper hand on that, I believe is going to give their team the upper hand on winning this game.
Absolutely. Defense is going to be a huge key to this game as well. And what happens down in the key is going to be essential.
Now, both these teams can run the ball, and both of them can set up in that half-court set. As we hear the Snowflake Lobos being announced by, I think that's Isaac Oakes, the public address announcer, with Alan Parsons Sirius raining down on us this evening. The old Chicago Bulls from the 90s. You remember that?
Oh, that was
from North Carolina, number 23, a 6'6" guard, Michael Jordan. I remember it.
Oh yeah, that was our era.
As we're set for our Northland Pioneer College tip-off, when it comes time to tip off your college education, tip off the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College, with now offering bachelor's degrees in business and education. Locations in Navajo and Apache County. Northland Pioneer College. As our officiating crew for the evening is head referee this evening is Quinn Ashton. He is flanked by Paul Hancock and Jake Udall. Quinn Ashton, the referee, throws up the ball and is controlled by the Lobos. Alternating possession is going to go to the Roadrunners as Claire's with the ball. Claire sends it over to Kaur. Kaur over on the far side in front of the Roadrunner bench to Irvin. Irvin now to Claire. Claire back inside to Kaur. And that Kaur has it knocked away by Tapaha and has it stripped, but he gets it back. Now to Claire, outside to Olberg. Olberg now to Claire. Claire at the top of the key, three-point shot. And that is going to start off the game with the Comfort Fit Dentures three-point shot. And wow, what a way to start off the game and see how the Roadrunners respond here, as looks like they're going to let them play a little bit as there's some bumping going on underneath. As Tapaha with the ball, he now throws it over to number 20, that is Salabi. Salabi inside to 32, Vicente. Vicente now dribbles, looks in, almost has it, now going out to number 20, Salabi. Three-point shot, and that's good. But Sam, he didn't call that off the bank. Does it still count?
Not if he didn't call it. I think that shouldn't count if he didn't call it.
That is a Comfort Fit Dentures three-point shot, and a lot of banging going on. I love it when the officials let these guys play. One of the best officiating crews the White Mountains could bring us here tonight, with Ashton, Udall, and Hancock calling the game. And we're going to get Aiden Kaur the ball. Aiden's going to be whistled, and that's going to be a travel. So, Sam, early on, both teams 3-3. I love that they're letting them play a little bit. I love that we have matching points. What a game if we could keep this up.
Oh, I love that they're both being aggressive and both going for threes right off the top. That's going to make it an exciting game.
As we're going to have Holbrook shoot another three, and that's going to go off the mark, and that was number, I believe that was Vicente with the three-point shot. As we're going to get a whistle, we're going to get a foul, and that's going to go against the runners. Let's see. Oh, no, they just called that a violation, and they called it a travel. So Lobo ball, Claire with the ball. Claire sends it over the time stripe to Olberg. Olberg on the near side, tries to get inside to Brewer. Tapaha knocks it away. Now Tapaha gives it over to Rico. Rico dribbling the ball, guarded by Claire. Rico now to his right, drives the lane. Rico guarded by Claire, no good. We're going to have a whistle. We're going to have a travel, and I don't know if we have a replay on that or not, but let's see if he shuffled his feet. Let's go to our fabulous camera crew, Daniel, Nathan, and Jeff, and oh, he did get that extra step. Great job by our crew getting that in, as Olberg brings the ball across the time stripe for the Snowflake Lobos. Olberg now over to Claire, back to Olberg. Olberg driving, he's bumping a little bit. It's going to go out to Irvin. Irvin's going to drive the lane, reverse layup, puts it up. That's going to be in. Brock Irvin, 2 points for the Snowflake Lobos. Let's see what the Roadrunners do to answer here. It's a long court pass intended for Vicente, knocked away by Aiden Core. Sam, initial thoughts as you've seen the Lobos a little bit this year. What do you think about them and this team that they have?
I think they have a lot of potential. They've been to several tournaments. I believe they got second in Flagstaff, second over the Christmas break, and they're definitely a team that is here to compete.
As Salaby puts it in for 2 points, one of the things that is interesting to me about the Snowflake Lobos as we turn it over to our fine camera crew here as we get inside is we're going to have Irvin go up with it. Now Irvin's going to send out Brewer. Brewer just off the free throw line, no good. Rebound, Irvin. Irvin out to Claire. As I've watched the Lobos this year, Sam, one of the things I've noticed that's a little bit scary to me if I'm Coach Joe Claire is they seem to be very late starters. They're like the diesel engine of basketball teams. You take a while to get going, but when they get them going, they run for a long time.
Yeah, you got to kind of keep moving from the very beginning. If you wait too long, and then that could mess up the whole rhythm of the game and the tempo you're looking for.
I think Claire hitting that three-point shot at the beginning of the game is going to absolutely play in because maybe it gets the Lobos off to a start, but the Roadrunners are matching them basket for basket here with even a chance to go ahead as there's Vicente with the ball. Vicente sends it over to Rico. Rico now back to Vicente, guarded by Core. Vicente over on the Lobo bench now inside to Tapaha. It is knocked away, gathered by Brewer on the steal. We're going to get a foul on Tapaha, and that's going to be his first personal and going to be the first team. 4 minutes and 37 seconds here left, and we have ourselves a 5-5 tie.
Yeah, so that was a turnover, and like we talked about in the beginning, turnover is definitely going to be a key to this game.
Now, one of the things I know as you play this transition game, which is very popular for the Lobos, you almost lend yourself to a few turnovers. As there's Oberg putting it up and in. Merrick Oberg for 2 points for the Lobos, 7-5 Lobo lead. We go through and your transition game just lends itself a little bit to the turnover. As we're going to have a knockaway and intended for Tapaha is guarded by Irvin, not by Brewer, and that's going to go inside to Salaby, and Salaby's going to put up another 2 points as he brings it to a tie ball game. We're halfway through this first quarter, 7-7 Runners and the Lobos. Sam, I always wonder, Roadrunners, it's a good mascot, a bird, bird mascots are popular, but I almost wonder if they didn't miss out on maybe being, as we get a Comfort Fit Dentures three-pointer by Aiden Core.
That was a beautiful shot.
As maybe, what if they would have called themselves the 66ers? How cool would that have been?
I think you're onto something there.
And then they could have been like black and white like the road sign. I just think that would have been cool. As we have a whistle, no foul, offensive foul going to be called on the Holbrook Roadrunners. As they're saying Oberg came underneath and established himself, as we see in the replay, and that's a close one. That's why I'm glad in some of these close games I'm not wearing the stripes. As now Oberg with the ball on the foul. That is the second foul as Lobos up 10-7 on the Roadrunners. This is going to be Brewer. Brewer's baseline jumper good for 2 points. Asher Brewer for the Snowflake Lobos. As here's Tapaha in, drives, and that's going to be good for Tyler Tapaha. Earned every bit of that drive. First points of the evening for the Roadrunners, not scored by number 20, Chase Salaby. Here's Core over on the far side. Core looking left, looking right, sets up a screen, looking for Brewers on the give and go, doesn't get it. As now we have it to Irvin to Oberg. Now Oberg puts up about a 10-foot jumper. That's going to fall. Merrick Oberg for 2 points for the Snowflake Lobos. 14-9, here come the Runners.
Boy, they took out a quick lead there.
Well, like I say, Tapaha got that 2 points, and that's where I think is Holbrook's going to give that ball to him as he tries to throw it inside. Tapaha intended for Salaby, and it gets knocked away. That's a turnover for the Runners. Here come the Snowflake Lobos. Core with the ball, Core to Oberg. Oberg with the hot hand now inside to Irvin. Irvin fadeaway jumper off the backboard, no good. Rebound is by Brewer, and that's what Asher Brewer does best, are those second chance points. Asher Brewer. Now, Sam, I don't take anything away from the Roadrunners, but the Lobos have the advantage on the boards even before this game. So if you're the Roadrunners, what are you doing to combat those offensive and defensive boards by the Lobos as Tapaha drives for 2 points?
I think the biggest thing the Roadrunners need to do is defense. They need to get their hands up. They need to keep them out of the key. They've got let the Lobos into some easy shots.
Do you think, like I've noticed the runners trying to do a lot of ball movement, does that help? As Brewer comes in, do you think the ball movement is going to help a little?
Yeah, I definitely think they need to keep moving the ball, get it away from those Snowflake cans. There's been quite a few turnovers by the Roadrunners tonight.
And as we say that, Snowflake Brewer gets his own rebound, misses again, and that's Bia with the rebound for the Roadrunners. So doing exactly what we've talked about, playing defense and just doing everything they can to get that position. Here we have a three-point shot. That is going to be number 32, Jaron Vicente with a comfort Fit Dentures three-point shot. 16-11, Lobos on top. As here comes Olberg down the court.
That three-point was way outside of the lane. That was a beautiful shot.
As one of the things I've always, as Brewer goes in, Brewer has it knocked away. It's knocked back by Brewer to Irvin. Irvin's going to go in. He's going to put in for two. One of the things I love about the Holbrook Roadrunners is their coach, Delmar Johnson. Not only is he a great coach, a very good coach, he's been around for a while. He's a phenomenal person, but I love watching Coach Delmar Johnson get a little animated on those sidelines, and his boys play off that. And I absolutely love the control he has over his team and watching them as we're going to get a foul on the runners. That's going to be their third personal. Down 4, 18-14.
Yeah, having a good coach that's passionate. Some people may look at that. I look at that as a good thing.
Yeah, Coach Johnson's been around. He was with Coach Mendoza for a lot of years. Took a lot of responsibilities when Coach Mendoza was in there and has segued into a great job as the head coach. As now here come the Lobos. Olberg on the far side. Olberg's going to give to Brewer. Brewer's going to drive the baseline. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound is Tom, Leighton Tom, with his first mention of the night as we get a whistle. We get a rebound. That goes down to Bia. Bia throws it back into Salaby. Salaby drives the lane, but misses the layup. 18-14.
4 steps is too many in basketball.
Except in the NBA.
Except the NBA.
Here comes Olberg. Olberg, 13-foot jumper, no good. He's going to be whistled. We're going to have a foul. I would love to see if we had that on replay. Oh!
I don't know if that was a foul.
He got him just a little bit. But you know what? We have the advantage of replay. These gentlemen have a arduous task of making a quick decision. So here's Olberg with his. We're going to watch that again. That's the one I can't tell is on that other side because they did award the foul to 23. As Olberg makes both free throws, Merrick Olberg, good 2 for 2 from the line, 20-14, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, and that's not going to get off as the Lobos are going to go 20-14 to end this first quarter of the Show Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Welcome back. Show Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com is the Holbrook Roadrunners, according to the alternating possession used in high school basketball, have the ball to start the second quarter. This is our Northland Pioneer College tip-off. When it comes time to tip off your college education, tip it off the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College, now offering degrees, bachelor's degrees in business and education. Northland Pioneer College locations in Navajo and Apache County. Northland Pioneer College is the Holbrook Roadrunners. Cummings inbounds the ball as we have knock, drag around. We're going to get a foul called on Christian Smith, who's subbed into the game. And I still owe Christian Smith a major apology from last game as I cursed him on that second free throw by saying he's been perfect from the line. And he went off and missed it. So it's a curse. As we're going to get a whistle, and it's going to bring the inbounds to a different spot on the court as Jones, Irvin, Brewer, Smith, and Clare in the game. So Smith replaces Kaur as Tapaha drives the lane, guarded by Irvin. Now it's out to the corner, wide open three-point shot, no good. Leighton Tom attempting that as Clare ends up with it. Lobos ball. Clare to left to right, over to Gian Jones, who checks in for the Lobos. Over to Smith. Smith looking for Irvin, now gives it to Clare. Clare now drives the lane, is at the free throw line. Looking, feeds inside to Brock Irvin. Brock Irvin puts it up and in. That kisses off the glass for 2 points for Brock Irvin as the Lobos score 20 in the first quarter.
One thing that is fun is seeing a lot of these boys that I got in my Spanish class at the high school.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but I'm glad you did, Mr. Flake, because Mr. Flake is a teacher here at Snowflake High School. Nice enough to join me on the air this evening, as he's been a Lobo for a long time. 40 plus years as here come the Holbrook Roadrunners with a three-point shot. That's going to be no good. And opposite of the girls' game where they had 24 points, 8 3-pointers for the Roadrunners, they've gone kind of cold. I guess they got cold is the way. They've hit 2. The Lobos have hit 1. They've hit 2 as well. I forgot that Clare made that initial one to start the game as well as Kaur. And here's Clare. As I say that, we have another three-pointer by Clare. We're going to get a whistle. We're going to time out. We're going to go ahead and leave it here. We are going to go live to Blue Ridge High School, where Camden Smith has an update on the Blue Ridge Altusay game. Go ahead and take it away.
Is that all right to talk about the teaching thing on the
Well, Aaron, I couldn't tell if you sent it to me or not, but we're at the Blue Ridge Altusay game.
We're still
coming
on.
to town here, and right now it's the Altusay Falcons who are dominating in this one. First quarter of action, less than 30 to play. They're up 16-2. Earlier, the Lady Yellow Jackets had a decisive win over the Altusay Lady Falcons. Lexi Red and Ashlyn Smith led the scoring in that one.
Welcome back as the Lobos with a 25-16 lead. Thank you, Camden Smith, for the update. And it looks like Blue Ridge having a little bit of a struggle against the Altusay Falcons over there live from Blue Ridge High School. We appreciate Camden Smith bringing us that one live as being able to put it up. Sorry about the audio confusion here. My fault.
It's fun
Always
to see.
is.
Fun to see Gian Jones out there, head of my class last year, and feel real bad for him with that knee, the football injury, and had a special table for him in class, and glad to see him back out again.
Gian Jones, one thing I like about watching Gian Jones play is there's another three-point shot by the Runners. That one is put up by number 22, Caleb Cummings, and that's off the mark. One of the things I like about watching Gian Jones in football and watching him even run track, but especially in basketball, is how smooth he is. And when I watch him and watch him go, he is a fun player to watch. He's one of my favorite players to watch on this Lobo squad.
He is a fun player. These boys have been playing together for quite some time, and I think they're really catching their rhythm.
What's nice to see is it's nice to see them getting a little bit of a quick start as they're up 9 here as Jones inbounds to Clare. Clare to Irvin. Irvin backing down, and Irvin is going to be denied, but we're going to get a rebound by Smith. Smith's going to fake it back up. We're going to get a foul. That's going to be on the ground. However, it's going to belong to the Lobos, and we're going to get a foul on, I think it's Tapaha. They called that, I believe, on Cummings, actually, as Lobos are off their mark, so Roadrunners get the ball. That's going to be Manny Rico bringing it up for the Runners, guarded by Clare. Rico bumping off Clare. Rico now looks to Topaha guarded by Irvin. I thought the Lobos were going to stick Brewer on Topaha, but they've stuck Irvin with him, and that hasn't been a bad move at all, as now we have number 32, Vicente move. Vicente's going to go. It's going to go off the mark, fall out of bounds. Lobo ball up 25-16, 4 minutes and 45 seconds left here in this first half as Irvin's going to inbound. Irvin inbounds to Coor. Coor in the center. Coor's going to bring it through center court across the time stripe. Coor over to his left. Now to Smith. Smith looking for Brewer, not there. So it goes to Claire. We're going to get a whistle and we're going to get a foul. As I believe that's going to be a little bit of a pushing foul.
That was a nice move by Vicente earlier, but just the defense was too strong on that. Substitution.
Is that Merrick Olberg check back in for Christian Smith?
Olberg came in for Claire.
So Smith is still out there. So ball is to Brewer. Brewer from Coor. Brewer tries to push it in, no good. Brewer does get it back, now gets it to Merrick Olberg, who tries to go to Irvin. Irvin loses it. Now it's a ball off, and the Roadrunners end up with it. Here come the Roadrunners. Vicente on a fast break. Vicente kind of wanted a three. Now he drives. He drives hard. Bumps Smith off the mark. Now to Olberg. Olberg back one-on-one with Topaha. Over to Smith. Smith now three-point range. Smith now between his legs. Driven, and we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a carry. And I thought, Sam, he was close to a travel and a double dribble, and he finally got caught there.
Yeah, I think there was a travel earlier, and I think that was a good call.
Roadrunners with the ball, down 9 into Topaha, and this is what they're going to do very well. And we talked about that in the pregame as Topaha goes for his 6th point of the night. And if they can, if they can keep him inside like that, I think they can stay in this game very easily. As here comes Smith, as Topaha's playing great defense against Smith, we're going to have a whistle, we're going to have a foul, and we're going to have, no, it's not a foul, it's a violation. Did they call a double dribble on that? Did they say he picked that up and brought it back down?
I did not see the call.
We're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it to the Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. We'd like to run down our sponsors that make these games possible. Patron our local sponsors so they can bring these games live to you for the benefit of our youth of the White Mountains. Shola Ford, our overall sponsor. Summit Healthcare with our injury report. Ace Hardware with our keys to the game. Our tip-offs tonight provided by Northland Pioneer College. Comfort Fit Denture sponsoring our three-pointers. Our halftime show brought to you by Honda Ski and Outdoor, as well as Deemer's Glass, sponsoring our glass man of the game. Horn Auto Center with our drive of the game and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint as the Lobos put down another 2 points. I'm not actually sure who put those in for the Lobos. It was Aiden Coor, as I'm being told, thanks to my spotter here, as Topaha's off the mark. I'm telling you, folks, you hear my voice, you hear Sam's voice, but there's much better people behind the scenes as Irvin's off on the three-point line. Irvin gives it, saves it to Olberg. 31 seconds on the shot clock. Lobos with the fresh shot clock. Back to Irvin. Irvin's backing down. Now passes off to Claire. Claire, Comfort Fit Denture's three-point shot for the junior of the Lobos. Landon Claire with his 9th point of the night. Roadrunners back. Vicente with the ball. Vicente now dribbles the top key inside to Powell, deflected by Irvin, gathered in by Claire. Here come the Lobos. Claire on the fast break. Claire tries a reverse layup, no good. He falls to the ground. Rebound. Roadrunners down to Topaha, all alone, and he puts it in for an easy 2 points for the Holbrook Roadrunners. Lobos with the ball. Holbrook giving a little bit of press as now Claire brings it across the time stripe over on the far side. Now brings it to the top of the key. Looks to Brewer, not there. To Irvin. Over to Olberg. Olberg now spins at the free throw line. Has it knocked. away. He's going to get whistled, and I believe that was a travel call. Sam, was that, did I catch a traveling on that?
I believe it was.
Okay. As Salaby, who's had the hot hand earlier, is going to inbound the ball. And that's going to be brought down the court by Vicente. Vicente into Tapaha. Guarded by Irvin. Over on the far side to Salaby. He dribbles once, dribbles twice, goes in. We're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get an offensive foul on Salaby against Irvin. And that's going to go down, and that's going to be the third team foul. As you know, Sam, in the NBA they have that arc, and Coach Brogan and I have talked about that, and I'm not sure. I think he might have been outside that where he still would have got that call anyway.
Yeah, Salaby went up strong, but that was a great defensive performance.
As
here,
here,
basketball's a lot about acting, right?
I don't know if it's a lot about acting, but it's a lot about fundamentals. As Irvin shows us what they call the fundamental of the layup and puts himself in another 2 points. As Holbrook now has the ball, down 12 points. Tapaha spins on Irvin. Looks inside now, the give and go to Cummings. No, that was Vicente, and it's knocked out of bounds.
That was a nice block by Asher Brewer.
Do we have that on replay? Here we go.
Watch this block.
And Brewer got a little bit of body, but got mostly ball on that one.
Yeah, there was a bit of body there.
But that's okay. As we're going to go in, we're going to have a whistle, and we're going to have a foul on Irvin against Tapaha. He's going to go to the line to shoot a couple. But Salaby and Tapaha have had the hot hands this half. And they are down 12, but Holbrook's just 2 3-pointers away from being right back in this game.
One thing I like about Irvin is just his strength, and he will not give up. He's a hustler.
First free throw is good by Tyler.
Tapaha's getting hot right now.
He is. He's got 9 on the night, and he's got a little bit of a hot hand right now. As second free throw is no good, and the rebound is going to be rebounded by Bia, and I believe Brewer reaches in there. So the alternating possession is called, and that's going to favor the Snowflake Lobos.
You know, a little earlier you were talking about them having to be called in the 66. But the problem is all the numbers, they would want all the jerseys to be 66. So I don't know if that would work.
I don't know how that works. I'm just saying.
But I think it would be beautiful.
You know, as far as rivalries go, I think the Holbrook-Winslow rivalry has been around a little bit longer. Not much, though, than Snowflake-Holbrook. But we talked about it on before. I brought it up last year a few times. Is these small-town rivalries are deep, and they run long. You have, Safford Thatcher has been around a while, but not as long as, like, probably Morenci and Safford, or Bisbee Douglas has been around over 100 years. One in our area that I think is one of the longest for football, that's Round Valley St. John's. So I love seeing these small-town rivalries and throw out the stats, throw out the record. As long three-pointer missed by the Roadrunners here, as no matter what their mascot is, it's Holbrook against Snowflake. And that's going to be Brewer unselfishly to Irvin for another 2 points. And that's why we enjoy high school sports in this rural setting in Northeast Arizona. The rivals up on the reservation have been around a long time, and it's just, as we get a block there, and that's going to be the end of the half, we're going to go ahead and take it as the Snowflake Lobos have a 34-20 advantage over the Holbrook Roadrunners. We're going to roll some footage. We're going to roll some commercials. We're going to come back and give you our Deemer's Glass halftime show. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horde Auto Center on the Deuce of Clubs in Sholo. Not only do we have new Chevys, Cadillacs, and GMCs, we also have quality pre-owned vehicles right here at our location on the Deuce. I got a 2023 Ford Explorer ST four-wheel drive with only 8,000 miles. Over here we have a 2024 certified pre-owned Chevy Colorado Trail Boss, only 6,800 miles. Come check this out and everything else here at Horde on the Deuce in Sholo or HordeAuto.com. Make it a great day.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you. Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at...
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 FM.
Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com as we get set for our Honda ski and outdoor halftime show. For the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear, go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor Store, north of Pine Top on Highway 260, just before you get to the Honda Casino. So as the half-court shot contest continues down there, Sam, I got to get your thoughts on the first half with the Lobos with a 13-point lead.
Definitely a dominant performance by the Lobos in this first half of the game.
So, okay, don't disagree with you. Coach Claire's going in, making some small adjustments. If you're Coach Delmar Johnson, what are you doing to bring your team, having your team do the chess game to bring them back into this game?
You know, towards the end, they were getting better on defense, and there was a couple times I thought they were going to shut the Lobos down. But I think they've got to get stronger and maybe even go man. They got to get stronger on the defense. They've got to stop the drives, and they've got to stop the turnovers.
The turnovers are
have
big.
been a real problem tonight.
And, you know, it wasn't even that the defense is bad. They've contested a lot of the Lobos shots. I remember Merrick had those two that was contested by a couple of Roadrunners. I believe that was when he had Bia and Rico were on him, and he still made it in between, and Irvin's had a couple. But one thing that they've done a very good job on is they've taken the pressure and put it on Asher Brewer, but what that's done is it allowed Brock Irvin to score.
Yep, they've got to make sure they're covering every player on the court, and it's tough too. I mean, there's not really a player that can't score, so every player really does need to be covered.
As the sophomore quarterback for the Snowflake Lobos, Jacob Leduc, swishes a half-court shot as we continue, but as Brewer, we look at Brewer right there putting it back, but Brewer has 4 points on the half. Not really typical for what we see out of him, but Irvin is leading his team with 10 points right now. Claire has 9, Irvin has 10. Claire's not normally a shooter. Claire's normally the ball, you know, he dishes the ball, but he's got 3 3-pointers, and that is a huge difference in the game as well. So I think I got to 100% agree with you. You've got to eliminate turnovers, and we got to tighten up that defense. Maybe go man. Now, if they go man, they need to bring Tapaha down in that double team and try to work for that rebound.
You know, Tapaha was getting pretty hot there at the end, and if he can keep up that pace and guard, he's their biggest man, and he's the one that's going to keep them out of the key the best.
So the Lobos are going to move forward here. The Roadrunners are going to move forward. I believe it's going to be the Roadrunners' ball to start. The Lobos have started off faster than I've seen them. So I think it's going to come down to if Snowflake's just going to try to run, I think they've got an advantage. If they start to go back in their half-court set, that's when Holbrook's got to strike. And another thing, too, is if Holbrook has even a glimpse of a wide-open three down 13, I think you got to take it.
Yeah, I believe they have some shooters, and I definitely would take those shots. Snowflake has some good shooters, and honestly, Holbrook, they're by no means out of this game.
No, absolutely not.
I believe is going to be a great second half. And I agree with you on the Snowflake Lobos that if they want to keep winning this game, if they want to keep the lead long like it is, then they need to keep the pace up. When they kept that pace up, they were scoring, they were driving. Holbrook could not shut them down.
Well, I think that's where the Lobos have settled in best with their style of ball, and that's why I think them pushing it so hard is how they got off to that fast start. They have a deep bench. I mean, I look at the names going down from the games we've covered, and they're deep. They're very deep in their bench. So any of these subs come off, you're not losing a ton. So I think Coach Claire's going to run until he doesn't have to anymore. And Holbrook's got to get Salaby the ball at the top of the key. But one thing about Holbrook I've noticed is when they can get dangerous is when you start leaving that corner open and they can hit that three-point shot. You see it in their building all the time. When you go over to Munoz Gym and Holbrook, they camp out in that corner and they make that three-pointer. So, wow. Holbrook by no means is out of this game. We've talked about what they have to do. We talked about what the Lobos have to do. We're going to just keep it here, folks, and we're going to go right into this second half. This has been your Honda Ski and Outdoor halftime show. For the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, fishing gear, go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor Store, north of Pine Top on Highway 260, just before you get to the Honda Casino. Honda Ski and Outdoor. As this is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com, on our YouTube broadcast, live on Facebook. We appreciate all of you watching, going head-to-head against the college football semifinal. I'm sure some of you have it on your iPad and then have the game on the big screen.
Playing both at the same time.
But that's okay as Holbrook inbounds the ball. That's going to be Vicente with the ball. Vicente inside to Tapaha. Tapaha guarded by Irvin. He goes, he puts it up, and that's exactly, Sam, what we knew that the Roadrunners needed to do. Great start by them to start off this half. Here's Brewer with the ball. Brewer over to Claire. Claire on the near side. Claire fakes left, fakes right. Now back to Core. Core three-point shot. That is good. That is Aiden Core. Wow. A Comfort Fit Dentures three-point shot.
They start out like that. That's going to be...
I still think the Roadrunners got to feed that inside, which is not their game, and they have to take advantage of those open three-pointers to get back in the game. They always travel with a good crowd. You start hitting a couple threes and cutting into that lead, their crowd will be able to help them feed a little bit as Brewer brings the ball down. Or Brewer doesn't bring the ball down. Brewer gets a pass down as he jizzes it into Claire. Claire puts it up, no good. Rebound. That's number 20, Chase Salaby. Needing to get involved as that's down the court as Salaby comes forward. He puts it up, reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Merrick Olberg to Irvin, back to Olberg. Olberg bringing up the ball. Olberg now at the top of the key. Olberg guarded by Bia, I believe, and that's Aiden Core. Three-point shot off the mark. Rebound is Bia. Here come the Holbrook Roadrunners. Down on the near side, Tapaha. As I'm not seeing, I think that's 32. That's Vicente looking to the bench for some instructions. As Vicente now gives it inside to Cummings. Back over to Tapaha. He drives against Irvin. Takes some steps. Now number 22, Cummings. That's good. A Comfort Fit Dentures three-pointer for Cummings and Coach Delmar Johnson taking his timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it to. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horde Auto Center on the Deuce of Clubs in Sholo. Not only do we have new Chevys, Cadillacs, and GMCs, we also have quality pre-owned vehicles right here at our location on the Deuce. I got a 2023 Ford Explorer ST four-wheel drive with only 8,000 miles. Over here we have a 2024 certified pre-owned Chevy Colorado Trail Boss, only 6,800 miles. Come check this out and everything else here at Horde on the Deuce in Sholo or hordeauto.com. Make it a great day.
Welcome back, Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. As Daniel, Jeff, and Nathan doing a fantastic job on our camera. Mel, our producer in the truck. I'm Aaron Hewish, joined by Sam Flake, and we're here to bring you second half action. 6 minutes and 9 seconds left. Lobos up 37-26 on the Holbrook Roadrunners as Claire drives now into Brewer. Brewer has it knocked away, and Brewer, Irvin, and Tapaha struggle for it. We're going to have a whistle. We're going to have a jump. No, we're going to have a foul. As we're going to have a foul on Asher Brewer, his first personal, first team. Roadrunner ball, a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
You know, one thing I have been impressed with is there haven't been very many fouls in this game.
No, the officials are letting him play. I think it's a very good basketball game because of that reason. As now Rico has the ball. Rico over to Cummings. Cummings three-point shot.
Oh, that
no
was
good,
almost
but he is fouled. And I believe that's Asher Brewer is going to get whistled for his second personal. And that's going to be three shots that Cummings gets to try. As Cummings at the line to shoot. Cummings' first shot is no good.
Definitely one of the keys to basketball is conditioning.
I thought you were going to say make your free throws.
That helps too. There he goes.
Because I don't know. I'm not a basketball coach. I'm not even really a basketball guy. I know I used to officiate. I know some of the rules, but I don't know the strategies. He makes his second one. But what I do know is that a team needs to shoot 60 to 70% minimum to keep that free throw percentage and have a chance in games. As Olberg loses it, and he saves it, but he saves it out of bounds. And now a 9-point lead for the Snowflake Lobos, and the Roadrunners with a chance to bring it back as Vicente's going to inbound the ball, and Vicente's going to inbound it to Manny Rico. Rico, the sophomore of the Holbrook Roadrunners, he sends it over to Vicente. Vicente now dribbles, puts it down on the court. Now in the hands of Bia. Bia over to Rico on the far side. Rico to Cummings. Cummings three-point shot. That's a Comfort Fit Dentures 3-point shot, Caleb Cummings. He's got the hot hand right now. 2 3-pointers in this quarter.
We've got a 6-point game.
6-point game, and the Lobos starting off fast, slowing up this half. Not really their MO, so we'll see how they respond to this as Core dribbles the ball. Top of the key free throw line into Brewer. Brewer bumps, puts it up. That's going to be good. Asher Brewer, 2 points for the Lobos. 39-31, 8-point lead for the Lobos as Cummings gets the ball. Cummings wanted that 3-point shot there. Now he sends it back out to Rico. Rico over on the far side to Vicente. Vicente now to Bia. Bia over to Rico. This is going to be a 3-point shot. No good for Caleb Cummings. But Sam, I have no anything about him taking that shot because he had the hot hand. He throws that one down. We got ourselves an absolute ball game on our hands. So he puts it up, not good, but credit the young man because I thought that was a good move for him. As Gian Jones drives, dishes to Brewer, and you know, Sam, I'm going to mark that 4:19. We got 4:19 left, and that could be our Horn Auto Center, could be our drive of the game, and that's Jones to Brewer. As Tapaha puts it in for 2. That Jones-Brewer combination, we talked about how smooth Gian was. But then you come down, and Tapaha gets points. Now he steals the ball as he goes in, and he's going to get whistled an offensive foul. Let's watch that on the replay because I think Gian Jones was straight up standing there as he bumped him.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely offensive.
He goes down. But as smooth as Gian DeBrewer was, you come down to the opposite end, and Tapaha absolutely gets points the hard way. He comes down on the other end, he steals the ball, brings it down, gets called with the offensive foul. But 2 different types of play with just a little bit of, 10, 15 second exchange. As there's Brewer off the mark, as we're getting a whistle, we're getting a foul, and it's going to stay here as head referee Quinn Ashton comes over to the table to report that foul.
I may have cursed the game, that talk about no fouls. So it's starting to be a rougher game.
It's not just you, Sam. It's not just me. It's a broadcasting curse. We do that, and we just have cursed. Like we could say, oh, Brewer's been solid inside. He puts it up and in and misses it. I mean, it's just one of those things. I still got to apologize to Christian Smith the other night. I feel terrible, but Christian, when you go back, hopefully you watch this broadcast, my sorrows, bud, my sorrows. As Tapaha's top of the key, guarded by Irvin. Irvin off screen, Tapaha, 18-foot jumper, no good, rebound Core. Here come the Lobos. Core brings the ball across the time stripe. Core taking it all the way coast to coast. He's going to be whistled. There's going to be a foul. Aiden Core's going to go to the line. He's going to shoot a couple for the Lobos.
If there's ever been a tough athlete, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, somebody who doesn't give up, somebody who gives his all, definitely Aiden Core.
Aiden Core is a special athlete that kind of transcends when you come through. Is the guys that played with him or the guys that were in the program or watched him play going up are going to talk about Aiden Core on the football field. But what you also got to realize is he plays basketball, and then he's an absolute athlete on our baseball team as well. I say because I do teach here. As Landon Clare's going to put up a 3-point shot, no good. Rebound is going to go to Salavi. I don't know the Holbrook boys as well. I don't understand. I wish I could give them more kudos and accolades, but Aiden Core, watching him play football this year was outerworldly. As Tapaha back into that, earning those points, falls short that time. Rebound is number 24. Is that Udall? Is that Jet Udall? As we're going to get a whistle, we're going to get a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it to the Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you: Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. As we like to run down our sponsors here: Shola Ford, Summit Healthcare, Ace Hardware, Northline Pioneer College, Comfort Fit Denture, Honda Ski and Outdoor, Deemer's Glass, Horn Auto Center, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. as we'd like to thank everyone who makes this game possible, from our sponsors to Daniel, Jeff, and Nathan on the cameras, to Mel in the truck, as well as both teams and these officials for making it possible. You know, Sam, stupidly, I believe you have to have 5 things to play a game. As Jet Udall shoots a 3 and it's no good, rebound, and we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a travel. You got to have 5 things to play a game. You know that? You got to have a home team, an away team. You got to have a place to play. You got to have a ball or a puck or whatever. You got to have equipment. And then the 5th thing you got to have officials. You have those 5 things, you got yourselves a game. And so
you might need a basket in there too.
Equipment. that falls under a place to play or equipment. As that's a 3-point shot, a Comfort Fit Dentures 3-pointer by Jaron Vicente, and he chips away at the Lobo lead. 6 points.
That was a beautiful shot.
As this Jet Udall brings it in, Jet, no good. And now we back to Landon Clare. Landon Clare at the free throw line. Clare looking. Now he dribbles it out. Now dribbles over to the far side in front of the Lobo bench. Clare to his left, 3-point shot. That one's no good. Rebound, Irvin. Irvin's going to get whistled for the foul on Tapaha, and that's going to be the 3rd team foul for the Lobos this quarter. But yeah, I don't disagree with you, Sam, but I think those 5 things, and we appreciate everybody who brings it together, our sponsors, our crew, to put these games on, but it's ultimately about one thing. It's ultimately about supporting the boys from both these teams or the teams we're covering, and I appreciate you stepping in tonight and filling a big role, and thank you, and I think these boys, thank you, as we get another 3-point shot by the Roadrunners. That's no good. Rebound Clare. Here come the Lobos. Fast break, 3-on-2, as it's back to Udall. Udall takes a lot of steps, and he's going to get whistled for the offensive foul. And Sam, I talked to Coach Brogan about this last game we had here that we covered, and I believe it was Tuesday. One of the things that he said is, I felt like it's a point of emphasis that they're calling these offensive fouls. Have you seen a lot more offensive fouls this year than you have in the past?
Yes, I have.
I agree, and so I like it. I think it adds to the game. It makes it more of a finesse game. However, it does force the ball out to that 3-point line like we're seeing in college and the NBA. And I still like that inside post game to be played. As Vicente puts it up, no good. Rebound Jones. As Vicente has 6 on the night, all from 3-pointers, as we give the ball to Smith. Smith into Jones. Jones drives the lane. No good. Rebound! Brock Irvin. That is Brock's first points of the half, Sam.
That was a beautiful fall, though.
Here's Manny Rico with the ball. Rico driving on Irvin, as we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a foul on Irvin. I think that might be Irvin's 3rd. Nice replay here. And yeah, sure enough, he got him on the arm. The advantage of replay. And that is Irvin's 3rd personal, which means that's going to bring in number 22, Aiden Kaur, in the game for Brock Irvin. Coach Clare not taking any chances with an 8-point lead, as Snowflake has scored 10 this quarter, while the Roadrunners are at 15. So great job by them, as Rico misses his first of 2 at the line. Kaur to check in for Irvin. Irvin looking a little frustrated as he comes over, being talked to by Coach Clare. And here's Rico at the line for his next free throw. Rico's free throw is good. Brewer inbounds the ball to Jones. Jones now bringing it over. Jones, Olberg, and Brewer in the backcourt. Now Brewer out of bounds on Olberg as Brewer's getting ready to drop low. That's going to be Roadrunner ball with a chance to cut this lead even more. Possibly with a 3-point shot in the last 46 seconds, Sam, they could cut this lead to 4 to go into that 4th quarter. As Christian Smith gets screens off by Tapaha, we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a foul. That's going to go against Smith. And what I saw there, Sam, is Tapaha had that screen and then he rolled. I think they call that the pick and roll. And that's Coach Delmar Johnson having his team do fundamental basketball. And if they would have thrown it to him, he had a wide open path as Rico goes to the line again to shoot a couple. He was 1 for 2 last time, makes his first one. Now, I'm not going to say whether he's going to make or miss this one. We're just going to let the ball fall, as it were.
You're not going to curse.
No free throw. We've got just a little stoppage in play. 1 free throw left. Rico gets the ball from Mr. Jake Udall, the official. Ball is up. It is no good because I talked about it. As number 23, Bia, comes down with it. That's for Topah's going to get whistled for the travel. And he did take one too many steps. Watch the replay here as they kick it over to him. 1, 2. Yep, a little bit. As Jones is going to be out. Now some pressure from the Roadrunners. As Jones to Brewer, back to Jones, and that's going to be off the foot of core, out of bounds.
Well, there's been a lot of turnovers by the Snowflake lately.
But I've said this before, the game that they play in the transition game lends itself to turning it over a little bit. If you can overcome that, you're going to win. As the ball goes inside to Tapaha, he kicks it out to Cummings, 3-point shot. Excuse me. That was Vicente, not Cummings. As that's going to cut the lead to 3 to go in this fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a ball game on our hands. As Smith is top of the key, Smith puts up a 3. That's going to be no good. Rebound Brewer, 4 seconds. 3 seconds, he throws to Jones. Out of bounds with 2.3 seconds left. Theoretically, a long court pass and a three-pointer could tie it going into the fourth quarter for these Roadrunners. As Rico in, that's going to be a long...
Oh, that was close.
As Vicente goes. We're going to take a break to show the Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Welcome back to the Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. As I'm Aaron Hughes, joined by Sam Flake. And Sam, the Lobos with 10 points in that third quarter. Not a bad quarter. However, Holbrook, the Roadrunners, 20 points in that third quarter to cut this lead to 3 points. Lobos get the ball in the alternating possession. What do you do in the fourth quarter if you're Holbrook? I say you play the same game you've been doing.
Absolutely. Keep causing those turnovers. It caused a lot of turnovers in that third quarter.
As Ober goes in for 2, extends the lead back to 5. As now we have Vicente with the ball. Vicente puts it up, no good. Rebound Brewer. Brewer throws it ahead to Coor. Coor 1-on-3. Back to Claire. Claire now sits on the near side, inside to Brewer. Brewer guarded by Tapaha. Goes no good. Brewer tries to get his own rebound. No good. Rebound is Bia. Bia over to Tapaha. Tapaha brings it across the time stripe. Over to Bia. Back to Vicente. Vicente looking for Rico. Rico now out at the 28-foot line. Rico now dribbles to his right. He's screened off. Tapaha screens off Claire. 32. Vicente, no good. Rebound Brewer. Brewer gives it to Claire. Claire pushing it up the court for the Lobos. Running the transition game. As Claire dishing the ball, he gives it to Brewer. Brewer playing a swing man role at this point. Now Claire goes to his right, he drives, waits, puts it up, now he tries a reverse layup, and that's no good. Rebound Tapaha, forward to Vicente. Vicente brings the ball up, crosses over midcourt. Now he gives it off to Rico. Rico, way top of the key, inside to Cummings. Cummings, 3-point, comfort fit denture, 3-point shot. Caleb Cummings with 11 points this half. Lobos up 2, looking to score again. As Sam, everything that we talked about doing with the 3-point shot, defense, and rebounds, Holbrook has done to get back in this ball game.
Yes, they have. Wow.
As Tapaha throws that out on Irvin, as that's just a great play.
That was beautiful.
That's heads-up basketball. That's heads-up basketball.
Absolutely.
As the Lobos up 2, the Holbrook with, get this, Sam, they have a chance to go up on the Lobos right here with the way they've been shooting. Outscored the Lobos top to bottom in this quarter, as three-pointers playing a huge key for both the girls and the boys tonight. as there's Vicente. Vicente now guarded by Core. Tapaha screens off Core. Back to Cummings. Over to Vicente. Vicente now on the far side to Cummings. Back to Vicente. Vicente over on the near side. Long court pass to Cummings. Cummings to Tapaha. Tapaha now drives the lane. Dishes to Bia. Bia puts it up and in. That's going to be no good because Bia traveled.
That was a hard call there. It's a hard call.
Lobo ball up two as Core brings it into Brewer. Brewer tossing it right back to Core as Holbrook greets Core at half court. As we have an inside, and that's going to be a whistle, and that's going to be a travel. As Core drove the lane and dished off to Brewer. Core, however, guarded by Cummings, and Cummings stayed just enough off of him to make that play possible. Great job by Cummings on the defense here. As Vicente bring the ball across the time stripe. Guarded by Core. Over to Leighton Tom, who's just checked in for the runners. Over to Bia. Now to Vicente. Vicente back to Cummings, back to Vicente. Inside now to Tapaha, guarded by Irvin. Tapaha about 6 feet out, no good. Sends it forward to number 32, Vicente. Ball off. Rebound Brewer of the Lobos. Here comes Oberg. Brewer to Oberg. Now back to Brewer, now to Claire. Claire over on the far side in front of the Snowflake bench. Claire at the top of the key. Now into Irvin. Irvin looking for Brewer.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. I didn't think there was
play.
any way he could thread that needle. Brock Irvin into Asher Brewer as now the Roadrunners throw it away. And they had a golden chance to get themselves right back in this game as Gian Jones is going to check in. And it looks like Gian Jones is going to check in for Merrick Olberg.
Holbrook definitely had the momentum going, and it looks like it may have switched, but it could go any way.
Momentum's scary because that pass by Irvin down to Brewer, he literally threaded a needle to get that ball into Brewer. Here's Core into Asher Brewer. Asher Brewer, the senior. Now at the free throw line, back out to Aiden Core. Aiden Core drives, now he's at the top of the key. Looking, now he finds Irvin. Irvin over to Landon Clare. Landon Clare now dribbles on the far side. He's inching towards the top of the key, now to Brewer at the top of the key, inside to Irvin. Brock Irvin. So Irvin to Brewer, Brewer to Irvin.
Is that like Stockton to Malone?
No, no, but they were good too.
They were definitely a pair.
As Vicente drives, he now sends it over to Cummings. Cummings inside to Salaby. Salaby to Tapaha, who's going to drive against Irvin. He dishes it off back to Salaby, 2 points. Now, Chase Salaby has been silent this half, but he was the one that got the Roadrunners off to that fast start. So I think he needs to get back involved with this offense as he's now on Claire. As we have Salaby on Claire. Claire to Brewer. Brewer wide open. Brewer up and in for 2 points. As we're going to get a whistle, we're going to get a timeout. Coach Delmar John's going to take it. We're going to take it to the Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
You think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Welcome back to Shola Forge's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 as Freddie Mercury and Crean rain down We Will Rock You over the crowd. Now, Sam, do you think when Freddie Mercury sang that song that it was going to be like the sports anthem of all time? I just think he was singing about that he was going to rock you.
He's probably
with his
made
music
it up in his backyard one day.
As here's Tapaha in for 2 points for the Roadrunners. He will rock you.
Yeah, he
as
rocked
Tapaha, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 15 points on the night, leading all runners. As here's Coor, guarded by Vicente. Coor over to Brewer. Brewer into Irvin. Irvin's going to be put the ball up. It's going to be whistle, and I don't know if they're going to get Vicente or Salaby with that one. It looks like they're going to get Vicente with that one. My eyes aren't that good, as it's going to be on the ground, out of bounds. First team foul. First team foul of the quarter, Sam. What do we got?
That call?
Intentional. Do we have a replay on that? I'm not sure. I'd like to. I don't see anything, but they're calling it intentional on Landon Clare, which makes it the first team foul, but only the second foul, Sam. We're 5 minutes into this quarter, and that's only the second foul called, and it's an intentional foul away from the ball, as that's going to put, he shoved him. That's got him right there. That got him. So an intentional foul on Landon Clare, as Vicente was going to shoot him. Now they're actually going to bring Manny Rico in, and Rico is 2 for 4 on the night from the line. So this is not only going to be 2 free throws for the Roadrunners, they are going to get the ball out, and that's critical at this point in the game, as Rico's first one is no good. I need to quit talking about these free throw percentages, because it's just everybody getting it now, Sam.
Yeah, we said we can't talk about him, so.
As the referees are explaining to Claire what happened. But in my experience, Sam, it's always the retaliation that's going to get the call. We see it all the time, and with the advent of replay and the way these sports games are going. So,
yep,
as
always easy to be that armchair.
Looks like the Texas-Ohio State game's a pretty good game. But don't go switching over, folks. We got our own good game here, as the Lobos have a 4-point lead on the Holbrook Roadrunners, as there's Rico inside to Tapaha. He puts it back, up, down, good. And there it is with those solid points.
2-point game.
As here come the Lobos up by 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. As here comes Claire with the ball. Claire left, right. Now he dribbles to the top of the key as we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a foul, and that's going to be foul on Irvin.
We got ourselves a ball game.
I think they called that 5 closely guarded. I don't think there was a foul. I think that was 5 seconds closely guarded. As Rico's inside to Tapaha. Tapaha with a chance to tie it, or Roadrunners even to go ahead. Tapaha on the near side. He dribbles over, back out to the 28-foot line. 17 seconds on the shot clock for the Roadrunners to Vicente. Vicente now drives to this side. On the near side, Vicente guarded by Coor. Gives it to Tapaha, guarded by Brock Irvin. Tapaha in, left, right. Now he kicks it out to Rico. Rico free throw line, but Rico had a stutter step and he slipped. So he's going to get whistled and called for the travel. 52-50.
That was a costly mistake.
Lobos now with the ball, up 2 minutes left in the game. Lobos with 3 timeouts. No, Lobos with 2 timeouts. Holbrook with 3 timeouts. So we're going to take a while to play out this game. As Claire now goes right, looking for Irvin, now to Irvin. Irvin to Brewer. Brewer to Jones. Jones now to the top of the key to the free throw line. He slips. And as he slips, he gets the ball to Claire to avoid the travel call. Down to Coor. Coor now to the top of the key. Coor over to Brewer. Brewer, long 3-point shot to avoid the shot clock violation. And we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a foul on Brock Irvin, as he's going to be called into the back, and that is his 4th team, and that's going to be the 2nd personal. Minute 30 left. Lobos up 2. Holbrook going to get the ball. Vicente to inbound. Vicente inbounds to Rico. Manny Rico with the ball. Manny Rico guarded by Claire. Claire backed off, crosses the time stripe. Now sends it over to Salaby. Salaby way over to 23, Bia. Bia now to Rico. Coach Johnson giving his team some instructions. As Tapaha looking for the screen. Now Tapaha misses the screen. Lets Rico get to the other side of the court, however. As we're going to whistle, we're going to get 5 closely guarded. And there we go. And that's going to bring in Leighton Tom to check in for the Roadrunners. Lobos with a golden opportunity to extend their lead right here, as they're only up 52-50 with 1:06 left. As Jones is going to see set to inbound in front of the student section. Joe gets the ball from official referee Paul Hancock. Jones inbounds to Brewer. Now back to Jones. Vicente picking up Jones at half court. We're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it to the Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable. Always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Welcome back to Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. As we're going to segue at the end of this one, if we don't just go into overtime, we're going to segue into our post-game show where we're going to award our Deemer's Glass Man of the Game, our Horn Auto Center Drive of the Game, as well as our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Player of the Game. And so, Sam, be thinking about those as we go through. As Irvin gets the ball, Irvin, 21 seconds on the shot clock. He now throws it to Brewer. Brewer now to Olberg. Olberg drives. Olberg smooth puts it up and in. Merrick Olberg for 2 points. Olberg's 10th point on the night. 54-50 as we're going to get a timeout by Holbrook. We're going to go ahead and we're going to keep it here for a little bit. Sam, watch the replay here on Merrick. But Sam, we got Rocky twice in a row now because we got training montage or whatever it's called. So with Rocky and Eye of the Tiger, what do you got for us with Snowflake with a 4-point lead with 39 seconds left?
Well, those of you watching from home, please put in the comments, who do you think which team is rocking tonight?
I would say my rocking is Tyler Tapaha for the Roadrunners. I swear, every point he's had has been earned tonight. He's doing a fantastic job. Now they're down 4. Are they going to come out and put a 3 up? Or are they going to try to feed him and get an and one type situation?
I don't know. I think you got to go with everyone's going to be open. Whether he's open or a 3 is open, that's where you got to go with this. Have a dual threat.
Well, I'm going to curious to see what happens. 39.5 seconds left. The Lobos clinging to a 4-point lead. As Vicente inbounds the ball to Rico. Rico, there's Tapaha, guarded by Irvin. And there are those hard points. He puts it up, and that's exactly what we talked about. We're going to get a timeout by Coach Johnson. We're going to go ahead and take it. This is Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Welcome back to Shola Forge presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com as the Lobos have a 54-52 lead. As we're here from Snowflake High School in the Den, listening to Joe Bean Esposito, "You're the Best," and I could just see John Lawrence of the Cobra Kai fighting Daniel LaRusso with the song playing in the background. If you don't see that, you're not American, in my opinion.
And Daniel's up in the crane right now, and we'll see if it's going to be the Lobos or the HOLBROOK Roadrunners that are up in the crane tonight.
We got to see who the knockdown punch is going to be, because right now the Lobos with the 2-point lead. Aiden Core with the ball to inbound. He inbounds to Jones. Jones back to Core. Now Core dribbles the ball. Lobos trying to get it across stripe. Here comes Jones. Jones brings it across. Shot clock is off. 22 seconds. And that's going to be a steal. That's going to be knocked, and that's going to be Claire with the ball. Claire over to Brewer. We're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a timeout by Coach Joe Claire.
I'm not sure if I agree with that timeout.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to send it to our commercials as well. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Hey everyone, it's Joe G from Horde Auto Center on the Deuce of Clubs in Sholo. Not only do we have new Chevys, Cadillacs, and GMCs, we also have quality pre-owned vehicles right here at our location on the Deuce. I got a 2023 Ford Explorer ST four-wheel drive with only 8,000 miles. Over here we have a 2024 certified pre-owned Chevy Colorado Trail Boss, only 6,800 miles. Come check this out and everything else here at Horde on the Deuce in Sholo or HordeAuto.com. Make it a great day.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com as the Snowflake Lobos up 54-52, just called a timeout. We'll have the ball out of bounds, and we'll see what they can do with it as the Lobos are out of timeouts. Holbrook has a single timeout. Remember, stay tuned for our post-game show where we have our Deemers Glass 188 Glass Man of the Game, our Horn Auto Center Drive of the Game, as well as our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint Player of the Game. As Sam and I will bring those to you, as again, Daniel, Jeff, Nathan, fantastic job on the camera, as well as Mel, our producer, bringing it all together. Sam Flake for joining me tonight on short notice. Appreciate him. He's a natural, folks. As Aiden Core set to inbound the ball, Core inbounds to Brewer. Brewer to Core. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Lobos, but scary, as Rico's going to check in for Tom, Leighton Tom out, as now Core to inbound again. Core looking, as he gets it intercepted. We're going to have a whistle. We're going to have a push, and that's going to be the Lobos' 13th foul with 10 seconds left. Holbrook is going to have a chance to win it. Curious to see if Coach Johnson is going to take that timeout. But after this whole game, it is going to come down to 10.5 seconds left. The Snowflake Lobos up 2 on the Holbrook Roadrunners. As Sam, that ball just got essentially cut off and picked, and then there was that foul. So Lobos looking to put some pressure on, as Irvin is sticking to Tapaha like glue, as Vicente is going to inbound. You have Vicente, Rico, Tapaha, Salaby, and Bia.
You know, I'm not sure if I saw that foul. It didn't quite look like a foul, but you got to go with it now. And what do you do if you're Snowflake?
As we get a whistle, we are going to get a timeout. Coach Delmar Johnson's going to take it here. We're going to go ahead and take it. It's Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you: Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com as we get set to bring you the Deemers Glass Man of the Game, the Horn Auto Center Drive of the Game, and our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Player of the Game. And wow, we have a good one, as Holbrook just needing to get the ball in. And Sam, I think they got to go for that three-point shot. I think Salaby in the corner for 3 to win the game is what Coach Johnson's setting up over there. Either Salaby, I don't see Cummings in the game, unless Cummings check back in. Rico to inbound. Rico to Vicente. Vicente, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. As here's Tapaha. Tapaha drives. As he misses off the bat, and Jones, and the Lobos are going to win it. The Lobos are going to win it. This, as Snowflake, the final, goes live. 54-52, the Lobos on top, and the Holbrook has nothing to hang their heads about. as they gave it to the guy who's got him there and brought him into this game. And with that, we're going to go to our post-game show. And first in our post-game show, we have our Deemers Glass last man of the game. And unfortunately, for that young man that we're going to give it to, he missed down there below.
But he had a heck of a game.
But our glass man of the game, unfortunately on the losing side, is going to be Tyler Tapaha. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 points on the night for Tyler Tapaha. That is a great ball game. Congratulations to him for our glass man of the game. Need glass for your home or business? Deemers Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call when you need quality glass at affordable prices. Deemers Glass, call 1-888-GLASSMAN. Now, our Horn Auto Center drive of the game. And Sam, I think with 4 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third quarter, we had one of the smoothest plays I've ever seen. Gian Jones to Asher Brewer, up and in for 2. We saw a few of those tonight, but for some reason that one, and here we have it on replay, it was just, I just loved it. It was smooth. So that's going to be our drive of the game. It was at a point that put the Lobos, they were still with that lead, but put them up a little bit more. And so congratulations to Gian Jones and Asher Brewer for our Horn Auto Center, the Chevy Cadillac and GMC store that saves you more. Drive of the game. Now, our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass player and tip. Who you got for us, Sam?
I'm going to go with Brock Irvin.
Brock Irvin of the Snowflake Lobos. You heard it from Sam Flake, our Deemers Glass man of the game. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 points for him. But we can't discount his defense because he was on Tapaha most of that game, and Tapaha has 25 or 30 if Irvin doesn't shut him down like he did.
Tapaha's a tough offender to beat.
And out of Tapaha's points, I would say 3/4 of them were hard-earned, under the baskets. So congratulations to him. Hey, for Daniel, Nathan, and Jeff on the cameras, for Mel in the truck, for all you watching at home, thank you. I'm Aaron Hewish, Sam Flake. Good night, and we'll be back live Tuesday.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 KNKI Pinetop and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemers Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communication station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the express written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airways is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.